Welcome students. This is the second video of that aldehydes, ketones and carboxylic acid. That day because of that battery only, because it was running out, and then all of a sudden that it got switched off. Because of that, the methods of preparation of aldehydes and ketones we were doing, so that also I was not able to complete. So let's begin with that only. See here the methods of preparation of aldehydes and ketones. Okay, so first of all we were discussing about from alcohols. So this was completed. To that subcategories were oxidation, and then the other part was this dehydrogenation. Okay, so both of this part, hydrogenation. So we completed this, and we also we have seen how to make that primary alcohol was giving aldehyde and secondary alcohol was giving ketone. Now the next part we were discussing about from hydrocarbons. Okay, so let's see how to make this aldehydes ketones with the help of this hydrocarbons. So hydrocarbon, the first one was alkenes. Okay, so we were talking about alkenes. So alkenes, I took this example first, means the ethene, the smallest one, the simplest one. I took this example, and then I showed you that this will undergo this ozonolysis. So ozonolysis or ozonolysis. So after this ozonolysis, it will give you what? This bond will break. Okay, this bond will break, and see the ozonide will be formed. So we have seen the bond will be broken, and then here also this oxygen, here also oxygen, and then this will be in 11th class only we have seen that ozonides were formed, and then this bond will break, and then you will get what? In this case, what you will get? This CH2 and double bond with O, here also double bond with O. Okay, so in this case what you are going to get? 2 HC double bond O and H. This product you will get. Okay, so 2 aldehydes, 2 formaldehyde you will get in case of ethene. Okay, so this ozonolysis, and this will be followed by hydrolysis. Okay, in zinc dust also, in presence of zinc dust. Okay, so this you will write. See, if you want to have ketone, then what you need to do? The alkene which you will take, suppose you have taken this CH3, then this C double bond, this CH2, and here you are taking one more alkyl group. Okay, if this alkene you are taking, then the breaking of this bond will result in the formation of ketone, C double bond O, here also C double bond O. So here what you will get? An aldehyde you will get in this case, and here you will get a ketone. Okay, so this hydrolysis means what? The breaking of the bonds with the help of water. If you want, you can show this hydrolysis by writing this H3O plus hydronium ion, like that you can write, or H2O / H plus. So all this will indicate the hydrolysis. Okay, so this will be followed by hydrolysis in presence of zinc dust. So this you will get the aldehydes, and here you will get ketone and aldehydes. The same thing here you are going to write the same thing, and then what you are going to get? CH3 C double bond O, this CH3. Okay, if you want you can write in this manner, this CH3 plus this one HC double bond O and H, means one aldehyde and one ketone you are going to get in this case. Okay, if you have taken this alkene. Okay, if you are means here also, if this carbon is attached with the one more alkyl group. Okay, so both the sides what you will get? Suppose this example I am writing here, I am rubbing this. Okay, see here, if you have taken this CH3, this C CH3 double bond with this C, one CH3 here also, one CH3 you are having here. Okay, if this bond will break, so this bond will break because of this water, so this will be called as hydrolysis. So first this will undergo this ozonolysis, and then this will be followed by this H3O plus, okay, in presence of zinc dust. So you write down this also, in presence of zinc dust. So what you are going to get, this CH3, then C, this double bond with O, this CH3, if you want you can write like this, plus this C, double bond O, CH3 and CH3. So two ketones you will get in this manner. Okay, so if you want the combination of aldehydes and ketones, in this case we have seen only aldehydes, this one, and only ketones in this case. Okay, so whatever that product you want, on that basis only you can take the reactants you can choose in that way only. If you want the only ketones, then this kind of branched alkene you should take, and then only this ketones you will get. Okay, if one ketone and one aldehyde you want, then this way you can choose your alkene. Okay, so this will give you what, that aldehydes and ketones in this manner. Okay, so next part, let's see here, this was also one of that method by which you can prepare aldehydes and ketones. Okay, so this way the aldehydes also you are getting by this method, the ketones also you are getting by this method. Now one more method from hydrocarbons, the B part. This was from alkenes, so now we are going to see from alkynes. Okay, so let's check it out, what this, how alkynes are going to give you aldehydes and ketones. Okay, so you write down from hydrocarbon. So from hydrocarbon, so which hydrocarbon? Alkene. In the first case you have seen. Now B part you are going to see here, this is second. From hydrocarbon we have seen, the B part will be what, from alkynes. Okay, so alkynes, in this case we have taken what, which alkyne, this ethyne. First of all, this ethyne we have taken. So now in this case, the ethyne, this will give you, see, in presence of HgSO4 and H2SO4, okay, Hg2 plus also you may see, this Hg2 plus on the arrow, it might be written in some books, they are showing Hg2 plus H2SO4. So in presence of them, this hydration, okay, so here you are seeing hydration of alkynes, you can write down hydration of alkynes. Okay, so hydration of alkynes, that means what, water will be added to this molecule of ethyne. So here what you will see, CH double, if this bond is breaking, okay, so if this bond is breaking, the two electrons, either it will go to this carbon or to this carbon, because they both are symmetrical. That is why any of the carbon you can choose. Okay, so to one of the that carbon, this positive part means this bond is breaking, and if the electrons are coming to this carbon, then this will acquire negative charge and this will acquire positive charge. Okay, and we are saying that water molecule is being added. So water molecule will be that will be splitted into H plus and OH negative. Okay, so this H plus, this will go, this H plus will go to this carbon possessing the positive charge, and this OH will go and get attached to this carbon possessing negative charge. Okay, so in this case what the product will be, this will be what, CH2 double bond, and this will be CH and OH. Okay, OH, like this you can write down. So this is what this you got, and you will think that why this aldehydes and ketones, we were looking for that, so we got this alkene and this alcohol. So where is that aldehyde? Okay, so for that let's see this phenomenon also. This is called as tautomerism. Okay, they will undergo this tautomerism. Okay, the isomerism and tautomerism, everything we have learnt about this in 11th class only. So in this case, what you will see, this tautomerism means this, see, this alkene, this bond will break. Okay, this bond will break, and what will happen, this bond will be shifted to this side. Okay, this oxy means double bond will be shifted here. Carbon will make double bond with this oxygen, and what will happen, this hydrogen will go to this carbon, and what you will get, so you are going to get this CH2, C double bond O, and here you will get, this will be CH. Okay, so in this case you will get, means this bond is broke, this bond is breaking, double bond will be formed here, 1 2 3 4. Okay, so this hydrogen, this hydrogen will go, sorry, not here, this hydrogen, because see this carbon is already making this tetravalent, this carbon is, that is why all bonds are made, 4 bonds we are having here. So with this, the hydrogen will go to this carbon. Okay, so this will do, this one you can write down CH3 like this, CH3, this is C double bond O and H. Okay, so this will be what, that ethanol, this will be ethanol. Okay, so aldehyde in this way you can get. Okay, so this due to tautomerism means this will get exchanged, this double bond will come here, that will get shifted, this double bond will be made between carbon and oxygen. Okay, and this hydrogen will go to this carbon. Okay, so this way you can have what, this aldehyde. Now if you want the this alkyne, you can change the alkynes. You can also write here, means with the help of see the one more that example I am quoting here, CH3, C triple bond, and then here you are having this C, and here also you are getting this. Okay, so in this case what you are going to get, see here, in this case you will get ketones. Why? Because the alkyl groups also are attached with them. Okay, so this way you will get ketone. How you will get ketone? See, first of all, the enolic form is this hydration in presence of this H2SO4 and HgSO4. Okay, if you can here you can also write down Hg2 plus. So H2SO4 Hg2 plus, or this way also you can write HgSO4. Okay, so you will get what, in this case, see, the double bond means this bond will break. Let's take unsymmetrical carbon. Suppose in this case also the carbon here you are having symmetrical carbon, triple bond is present here. So either of the side, means either side of this triple bond you are having the same number of carbon. If number of carbon will be different, suppose you are actually having this CH. Okay, if this is the case, then what will happen? The bond is breaking, and to which carbon? See, H plus and OH negative. So OH negative is what? The negative addendum. Okay, the negative addendum. So negative part will get attached to the carbon which is more stable, the carbocation which is more stable. So stability, that will be so this stability will be based on, the stability will be based on the alkyl groups present with the carbon. Okay, so so in this case what you will see, the here more number of carbons if are present with this carbocation, so that this will be more stable. Okay, so negative part will come and get attached with this carbon having more number of alkyl groups, or you can say less number of hydrogens. Okay, so carbocation. So to this carbocation, if this bond is breaking, then this will be the carbocation. Here you will have this OH, and here you will have this H. Okay, so this will become CH2. So this will be the enol form. This will be called as enol form. Why it is called as enol form? The double bond and the alcoholic part also is present. So this will be called as enol form. Enol will undergo tautomerism. Okay, so this enol, this will undergo tauto, like this we are showing, because this you also can relate with that resonating structure. So this will get this double bond will get shifted, this double bond will get shifted to this part, carbon and oxygen between them. Hope you can see here, this is CH3, this C double bond O, and this hydrogen will go to this part. Okay, earlier it was CH, so this hydrogen will go here, and this will become CH2. So means triple bond was there, only CH was present, and then this H2 I wrote because this hydrogen will go and get attached with this carbon. Okay, so this will be CH2. So this in this way you will get the here you are having what? Ketone. Okay, this will be ketone. So write down this ketone. Okay, so and if you want more that alkyl groups, so you can also write down in place of H the alkyl groups will be present. So this Markovnikov, according to Markovnikov rule, you can get this. If you want one more example, you can take. See here, from alkynes, this tautomerism will help you. Suppose you have taken this CH3, then C, 1, 2, 3, then this C, and then 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this is the, here you are having what? You are having this compound with you, and this compound, okay, so this compound, if it is undergoing this hydration, so in presence of H2SO4 and HgSO4, this hydration means the addition of this water. So this will give you what? This will give you, see here, so by this way you will get this C, means one triple bond is this bond will be broken, and the see the electrons will go to this one. I'm rubbing this more clearly, I'll show you here. Okay, so this is the reactant. Now this hydration part. Okay, so where this hydration will take place means where the H positive and OH negative will go, because they both are symmetrical carbons. Okay, so any of the carbon, this hydroxyl group can get attached. So you will get what? CH3, this C, and here you will have this OH, and with this carbon you are having this CH3. Okay, so here you are having 3 bonds only. You can see this carbon is having 3 bonds only. That is why this hydrogen, in order to satisfy this tautomerism. Okay, so you write down this first enol form you got. First, see here what this enol form you got. Nicely check it out. This alkene group means the double bond is present between carbon, and this hydroxyl group will be present with this, and here you are having this only one carbon. So one hydrogen will be associated with this carbon. Okay, so now the valency is satisfied. Or this carbon also, this carbon already it was already that 4 valencies satisfied. Here also everything is okay. Now see here, this is double bond and this is OH, alcoholic group. Okay, so this will be called as enol form. Okay, so now this will undergo tautomerism. This will undergo tautomerism. Okay, so what will happen here? CH3, this bond will be shifted to this place, and you will get, see, double bond O, and this here single bond you will get, and then this H will go to this carbon, and then this already one hydrogen was there, one more hydrogen, this will be shifted to this place. Okay, so this will get CH2 and then CH3. So this way you will get the ketone. Okay, how you got ketone? I hope you understood. This way you will get a ketone, because here also alkyl group, here also alkyl group you got. And the aldehydes, in the first case I showed you how you will get the aldehyde. So this method is meant for making the aldehydes and ketones, both the things. And I hope you understood how you got this from alkynes. This hydration will also result in the formation of aldehydes and ketones. Okay, so this way you can get this aldehydes, ketones. In here you got ketone, and earlier the second example which I showed you, that also if you want you can make the amendment. I hope you noted down, and this only I will write here in place of this CH3. If you have written this CH, okay, so what will happen in this case? So this one, let it be like this. I'm writing here CH3, C, triple bond C and H. Okay, if this will be the case, then the CH3, here you will get this water, and here you will get CH2. This will be the enol form, and here the tautomer, everything you will write down. This is H2SO4, HgSO4, and then this hydration H2O will get attached. Okay, plus H2A you can write down. Okay, so H2O will get attached like this. H will get attached with this carbon, and OH will get attached with this carbon. Why? Because this carbon is associated with more number of alkyl groups, or you can say less number of hydrogen. यहाँ पे ये देख लीजिए, the two means carbons, they are associated. See the double bond triple bond present between the two carbons. Okay, so in this case where the OH group will get attached, so negative addendum will get attached to the carbon having lesser number of hydrogen. Here this carbon is not having any hydrogen, and here one hydrogen is present with this carbon. So the carbon, this OH, this negative addendum will choose this carbon. Okay, this carbon will be chosen, and here OH will get attached. So this one will be the product. Now the next enolic form. So enolic form, how you can show this enolic form? This double bond will get shifted here, and this OH will get attached to this carbon. So what result you will get? Here you will get this kind of compound. So this also will result in the formation of a ketone. Okay, so I hope you understood. This will be ketone, and aldehyde also. First example was of aldehyde. So in this way you can get the aldehydes and ketones. Now let's rub this, and let's now learn about the aldehydes separately, the methods meant for obtaining only aldehydes, and then we will discuss about the methods which are that methods that will be only for preparation of ketones. Okay, so those methods we are going to discuss here. So hope you noted down. I'm rubbing this. Now you next you write down the heading, methods of preparation of aldehydes only. Okay, separately aldehydes you are going to make. So methods of preparation of aldehydes. So write down that methods of preparation of aldehydes. So first one, let's start with, first one is name reaction, Rosenmund reaction. So in this case you are having suppose this benzoyl chloride you are having. Okay, so benzoyl chloride, this will undergo, see in this case Okay, this will undergo this hydrogenation in presence of PD and BaSO4, barium sulfate. Okay, in presence of this palladium and barium sulfate. Okay, this is the catalyst which we are taking. This is meant for reduction, means addition of hydrogen will be seen here. So it's very easy. This will be this will be the leaving group. Okay, and hydrogen will come and get attached with this. So you will get one benzaldehyde. Okay, this will be C double bond O and this H. So Cl will be replaced by this hydrogen, and in this presence of palladium and barium sulfate, this will be the reducing agent. This will be this will be responsible for the addition of hydrogen in this case. So this will be called as Rosenmund reaction. Okay, so this name reaction, do remember what the this speciality means, this reagent, because in NCERT textbook only it's one question is given to you, that exemplar problem. It's very important. So you are asked to write the reagents, okay, for the conversion, various transformations that examples were given, and you are asked to write the reagents. So do remember the reagents. For Rosenmund reaction you are having this palladium and barium sulfate, this reagent. Okay, so now next, second. So from this nitriles, from nitriles and esters. Okay, so for this you are having, from nitriles means this triple bond N, R C triple bond N. So in this case, if you are making them to react with, or you can say if this is subjected to reduction. Okay, and what the reducing agents are in this case? SnCl2 plus HCl. So what will happen? The reduction means what? Addition of hydrogen. Okay, so in this case addition of hydrogen or removal of oxygen. So here what you will see, the hydrogen will be attached with this carbon also and with nitrogen also. Okay, so what you are going to get in this case, R C H double bond NH. So this will give you what? This is called as imine. Okay, this is called as imine. And if this imine will get hydrolyzed, and for hydrolysis I told you H2O, H plus, like that also you can write down. So after hydrolysis you will get this R C. So this bond will break, this NH will go, and this C will make double bond with C will make double bond with oxygen. So this you will get. So aldehyde you got in this manner. Okay, I hope you can see this. Okay, this one. So this aldehyde you got. Only aldehyde you will get in this case. If you want one more example I can take. See, Rosenmund reaction, and from nitriles, let's see once again. Okay, I wrote here from nitriles. Okay, so ester also, if you want, you write down ester. Ester means what? This is ester. RCOO R dash. R and R dash are the alkyl groups, may or may not be same. Okay, so with the ester, if you are reducing them, so reducing agent, if you are using here this diisobutyl aluminium hydride. Okay, dibyl H, like that you can write, or you also can write in this manner. This is diisobutyl, okay, so sorry, aluminium, like this, aluminium hydride and isobutyl. This is diisobutyl aluminium hydride. So in this way also you can write down. So this is what? Aluminium is making 3 bonds, one with hydrogen, one with isobutyl. Isobutyl means what? Isobutyl, isopentyl. So you will have to write like this. So if this type of that structure you will get, suppose this is CH3, here also you are having CH3, here you are having this CH2, okay, CH, sorry. So here you will have CH and one more, this CH2. So if this will be bonded, this will be called as isobutyl. Okay, isopentyl means here again you will write down this CH2. Here you are writing the CH3. So this will be called as isopentyl. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Isohexyl, isoheptyl, like that. So this way you can make this isobutyl or isopentyl, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 carbon atoms are present. That is why this will be called as isopentyl. Iso word means this kind of structure should be there. Okay, and linearly you can add the number of carbon atoms according to the that if it is heptyl, so according to that 7 number of carbon atoms you can join them in this way. So this will be the structure in all that iso word if it is given. Iso means this structure should be there. Okay, and then methyl group should be attached like this, and then here linearly you can keep on adding the number of carbon atoms according to the alkyl group which you have chosen. Okay, so isobutyl, this will get attached with this. Isobutyl means here also this CH, the CH2. Here you are having this C, and here this the CH3, CH3, CH, like this. So this will be here also you are having the same. This is CH2, then CH, then here you are having CH3, this is CH3. So this will be the isobutyl, here also isobutyl. So two isobutyl that groups are there and one hydrogen. So this will be called as diisobutyl aluminium hydride. Okay, this hydrogen will help in the reduction. So this hydrogen will get attached. So you will get what? I'm rubbing this. I hope you understood this now. So in this case, you will get this because of this diisobutyl aluminium hydride, and then hydrolysis also. You write down hydrolysis followed by hydrolysis. So this will give you this RCOO. And here you will get H. This will come out and this will get attached with plus, you can write R-OH. Okay. So the main product is this one. This is what? Your aldehyde. Okay. So aldehyde you will get in this way. So this is the method of preparation of aldehyde. So this will be called as, this is called as Stephen's reaction. This is called as Stephen's reaction. Okay, so name reaction. First of all, we started with what? The aldehydes, preparation of aldehydes. We have seen that preparation of aldehydes, the Rosenmund, that reaction in which the palladium and barium sulfate, this was the reducing agent. And in case of this is also called as what? From nitriles and esters you are obtaining the aldehydes. Okay, so this will be called as what? Stephen's reaction. This is also Stephen's reaction. Means this reaction will be Stephen's reaction if this the reducing agent will be this diol. Okay, diol H you can write like this. So this will be called as Stephen's reaction. Okay, and from nitriles means this whole will be called as Stephen's reaction. So from nitriles and esters also we can obtain aldehydes. So in this way we can get the aldehydic compound. Okay, now next, hope you note it down. From nitriles, this is from ester. Okay, so next part you see. Now from aromatic hydrocarbons. Okay, I'm rubbing this. Now from aromatic hydrocarbons. So next, the third, from aromatic hydrocarbons. Okay, so this benzene ring you are having. Okay, and here you are having this CH3. This is what? Toluene. Okay, so in the case of this CH3, okay, so in presence of CrO2Cl2, this is called as chromyl chloride. Chromyl chloride. Okay, and in presence of this carbon disulfide. Do remember, in presence of carbon disulfide, okay, because similar kind of reaction you will see in the other case also. So do remember this. This is from hydrocarbon, aromatic hydrocarbon. This is toluene. Okay, so what is happening here? The chromium, this is oxygen, oxygen, here also chlorine, here also chlorine. Okay, so now what is happening? The see, this bond is breaking, and the bond, in this case, the oxygen will acquire the negative charge. Okay, and this negative charge, and this will acquire positive. So see what will happen. This negative charge, this oxygen, this will acquire here, this will acquire this positive charge. Okay, so what is happening? This oxygen means here also this bond is breaking, and here also the oxygen, this will acquire negative charge. Okay, so what is happening in this case? Suppose you are having CH3. So I am showing you. If I am writing here, will you be able to see this? Okay, so here you are having C H. Okay, so two hydrogens that has been removed. Okay, so with one carbon, two hydrogens are removed. One carbon is associated with this hydrogen, only one, and the two bonds of this carbon will be associated with this oxygen, chromium. See, this oxygen will get attached to this, okay, carbon. So you will get what? And here the hydrogen which has been removed, that hydrogen will be taken by this, means hydrogen. So this hydrogen will come and get attached with this oxygen. So this you will get OH. So hope you can see this. This OH you will get here. Okay, and two chlorines, one oxygen. Okay, so this oxygen will get attached to this carbon by here this oxygen, negative charge is acquired by this oxygen. Okay, so here you will get what? This oxygen, this chromium, then OH, okay, hydroxide, this hydroxide also you are writing, and then Cl2. Okay, so this is Cl2. So here also the same oxygen, because two hydrogens has been removed from this carbon. So one hydrogen will be taken by one of this chromyl chloride, and the other, means two chromyl chloride you have taken. Okay, so one will take this hydrogen from this carbon, and the other also will be the same. So here you can write down this is 2. Okay, so this OCROH Cl2, like this you will get. Okay, so make this double bonds also. So here this will be subjected to again this hydrolysis here also. Okay, hydrolysis, and then you are left with what? Your desired product, that is what? C double bond O and this H. So benzaldehyde. So you are going to get this benzaldehyde in this manner. Benzaldehyde in this way. Okay, so benzaldehyde you will get by this method. So this is called as Itard's method. This will be called as Itard's method. This is Itard's method. Okay, so many name reactions are there, that is why it's very important. Okay, so you note down first reaction, how let's summarize all the things. Many times I will repeat this so that you won't have any problem in memorizing or learning these reactions. See, the first reaction we started with what? The preparation of aldehydes. I'm talking about the preparation of aldehydes. Okay, first of all, in the last video also I started the methods of preparation of aldehydes and ketones. Okay, so in that case what I started with, from alcohols. So from alcohols by oxidation and by dehydrogenation. Two methods were there from that alcohols, very easy. Then we made what? Aldehydes from primary alcohol, and secondary alcohol was giving us ketones. Okay, means aldehydes and ketones both we were getting from alcohols. In that those reactions we have seen that both aldehydes and ketones both we were getting. Now the next part I started, from alcohols, and the next part is what, from hydrocarbons. So from hydrocarbons means from alkenes, with alkenes that undergoes this ozonolysis, and that was followed by hydrolysis in presence of zinc dust. So that was that alkenes was giving us that double bond that was broken, and then suppose four alkynes, in alkynes, suppose butene you have chosen, okay, butene. So butene will give you two molecules of ethanol, okay, that ethanol, two molecules, like that it will be broken. If in the second and third carbon they are having the double bonds, then that will be broken in this way, okay. So and that also I told you how to get ketones and how to get the aldehydes, okay. So those were the examples where we were getting aldehydes and ketones both. And in alkynes also, the hydration of alkynes also, that also I showed you to get this aldehydes and ketones. So those were the reactions where we were getting aldehydes and ketones both. Now I started with this methods of preparation of only aldehydes. So only aldehydes. The first reaction I started with Rosenmund reaction. So in that case, the palladium and barium sulfate. This reagent you should remember. This will give you that idea about the Rosenmund reaction. Okay. So in that case, the this benzoyl chloride we have taken, and this chloride was replaced by hydrogen. So we got benzaldehyde. Okay, benzaldehyde from this benzoyl chloride in case of Rosenmund reaction. Then next we discussed about the Stephens reaction, where the this dibyl H, when you will see this dibyl H, do remember that the diisobutyl aluminum hydride. So in this case, this was the reducing agent, and then you got imine in case of nitriles. Okay, from nitriles, when you were making this aldehyde, then this imine you got first, and then that was subjected to hydrolysis, you got that aldehyde separately. Okay, then next was Stephens so this was Stephens reaction. Okay, and then we discussed about Itard's reaction. So this was Itard's reaction, in which this chromyl chloride, so this CrO2Cl2, so this was attached, and then you got benzaldehyde in this manner. Okay, so this these three reactions, they were meant for only getting the aldehydes. And one more name reaction, very important, that is what, the aldehyde, only to obtain aldehyde, that is what, the Gattermann's-Koch reaction. So I'm rubbing this, so I hope you note it down very carefully. You note down everything, and this open structure also I gave you, and with the help of this you can write down this. The condensed formula also I showed you, the open structure, and then the desired product which we were looking for, that we got. Okay. Now next, fourth method. Okay, so this is what? Gattermann's reaction. Gattermann's reaction. Okay, so in this case, you have taken what? Benzene. Benzene you have taken, and this is subjected to this carbon monoxide, okay, plus this HCl and anhydrous AlCl3 or CuCl. Okay, so in this case, what you are going to get straight away, you will get the desired product CO. This is H. Okay, so benzaldehyde you will get in this way also. Okay, so you got benzaldehyde. This is Gattermann's-Koch reaction. Sorry, I didn't write the full name. This is because Gattermann's reaction, one more organic reaction, you will see Gattermann's reaction. So do remember, this is Gattermann's-Koch reaction. Okay, so this is, don't get confused, this is carbon monoxide plus this HCl and anhydrous AlCl3 or cuprous chloride. In this way you can get this benzaldehyde. Okay, so these were the four reactions, the name reactions, very important one. So they gave you what, the aromatic, benzaldehyde you got. Okay, aldehyde, only aldehydes we got in this case. Now we will talk about only the methods of preparation of ketones. Okay, so hope you noted down. Next. Okay, so this was what, methods of preparation of aldehydes. Now we will talk about methods of preparation of only ketones. Okay, so ketones. So first of all, we will talk about, in this case also, we are having this RMGX. This is what, the Grignard's reagent. This is Grignard's reagent. Grignard's reagent. So in haloalkanes, haloarenes, so you might have studied about, this is not new term for us. This is Grignard's reagent. Okay, so RMGX. Now this RMGX, so this will be, this will react with CdCl2. Okay, cadmium chloride. So this will give you what? This will give you, means RMGX. Okay, so this bond will be broken, and this, in C here, this bond will be broken, and this R will get attached to this cadmium. Two molecules of this RMGX you have taken, and you got what? You got R2CD. This is called as dialkyl cadmium. Dialkyl cadmium. Okay, so dialkyl cadmium. So this will give you what? Dialkyl cadmium plus you got MgX and Cl. So two molecules of Mg, this X and Cl. Okay, because Mg2 plus charge magnesium is having, so one will be satisfied by this X, any halide group, and this is chlorine. This chlorine was from this, so two chlorines, they were chlorides, so they got attached with this Mg. So this way two molecules of this you got, R2CD, this you got. Okay, so this is called as dialkyl cadmium. Now this dialkyl cadmium, you are going to take the help of this dialkyl cadmium, and then you will get what? See here, suppose you have taken this R, C double bond this N. Okay, so this will give you ketone. Okay, this R2 CD means, suppose you are actually looking for the ketone where the that alkyl groups, the number of alkyl groups you will get on the basis of this. So this will be what? Suppose you are having this RCOCl. Okay, so this is going to react with R2CD. Okay, so what you will get? R, C double bond O, then this R, this one you can write R dash. So this R dash, two molecules, two R's were there, that is why 2, and here also 2. So you will get this ketone. Means you got the acid halide which you have taken, that was also containing R. Okay, so these means alkyl groups, and this also are two alkyl groups. So this alkyl group and this alkyl group, you can choose it, which how many that alkyl groups you want. Suppose you have taken it, in this case the alkyl group is ethyl group. Okay, ethyl, and here if you have taken methyl, so here you will get what? Ethyl this side, see, you will get ethyl this side and methyl this side. So like this, ethyl, methyl, this ketone you will get. Okay, so this way you can get the ketones. First method, this method is meant for obtaining ketones only. I hope you can see this, this part. Okay, this is also nicely you can see. So this was one of the method by which you can get ketones. Okay, so now next part you see here. Second, from nitriles. Okay, so from nitriles means R C triple bond N. Okay, and here also R Mg X. Okay, so what is happening here? This bond is breaking. Suppose this R you are having here CH3CH2. Okay, so in this case this bond is breaking. This bond is breaking then because nitrogen is more electronegative. So the electrons will be taken by this nitrogen, and this negative charge will be acquired by this nitrogen. Positive charge will be acquired by this. Okay, so if you want that aromatic see the aromatic or aliphatic, that is dependent on the reactants which you are choosing. One will be that nitrile part, and suppose this one you have chosen this MgX. Okay, so what is happening? This phenyl group. See this general formula is what? ArMgX or this RMgX means what? This is general formula. Ar means that aromatic ring. Okay, aromatic ring. Aryl we are calling. This is alkyl group R, and Ar is aryl group. So alkyl group, aryl group. Like that we are. This general formula will be this RMgX. So both are what? Grignard's reagent. So what is happening here? See, this bond will be broken. If this bond is breaking, then what will happen? The electron, see, the bond is breaking, the electrons will go towards, see, which place this electrons will go to? This Mg is electropositive in nature. That is why it will leave the electrons to this carbon. So this carbon will acquire this negative charge. Okay. Now this will have this positive charge. So this will get broken, and this MgX. So what is happening? The MgX is having the MgX will have positive charge. So this is looking for negative charge. So this will get attached to this nitrogen, and because this is having negative charge associated, this negative charge is associated with this. Okay, that phenyl group. So this will come and get attached to this carbon which is having positive charge. So this negative one will get attached with this positive and this MgX. So what product you are going to get in this case? This is CH3, this is CH2, the same thing, same that nitrile group you are writing here, and with this C you will get this. Okay, and here this will means, first of all I am writing here NMgX. Okay, so this will undergo this hydrolysis. Here you will get, by hydrolysis you will get hydrolysis. Okay, so you will get the desired product. What will be that? The same, this will remain same, CH3 CH2, then this C double bond O. Okay, NMgX, that will be see, in this case, if you want you can write down like this. Okay, so this compound you are going to get 1, 2, 3, and here, so this will be called propiophenone. So this is ketone. So ketone you got in this way, means this NMgX. So this will be the leaving group. This is the leaving group. Okay, and you will, here the oxygen will get attached. This after hydrolysis you will get this desired product. This is ketone. Okay, aromatic, that ketone. Hope you can see this. Okay, so in this way you can obtain the ketones Okay, so we have today we have discussed about the methods of preparation of aldehydes and ketones. Then we also discussed about the methods of preparation only of aldehydes. Okay, then we talked about many name reactions also. Do keep in mind what name reactions we started with, that Rosenmund reaction, then Stephens reaction, Itard's reaction, Getterman-Koch reactions. Okay, so these were the very important name reactions. Do remember this, write down in a piece of paper and keep memorizing. 2-3 times you play games also with your friends and ask them if they are able to remember the that reactions or not. Like that you can also learn the same. Okay, so this was all about ketones. Also we have seen how to make methods for preparation of ketones, that also we have discussed, and then few questions, that exemplar questions also we will discuss in the next video. Okay, so hope you understood all the methods of preparation of aldehydes ketones separately also, and that combination part also. Hope you understood this. Thank you so much, and keep preparing, keep watching this. Thank you.